Now, the #1 team in the country is Oregon once again. They're playing a Michigan Wolverine squad that has had quarterback troubles all season long. And then late last night, we found out some news involving the Wolverines. Jack Tuttle announced he will retire from college football. He's a 25-year-old kid who suffered his 5th concussion earlier this year. He decided it is best for his health for him to be done playing for the Michigan Wolverines. I will say, big picture, I think it's great that athletes are doing this when it has to be in that situation. It's obviously awful that they've had injuries and they have to retire. But the fact that it's understood and accepted that an athlete can do the smart thing for their mental and physical health to step away. In a less important way, what does this do to the Michigan quarterback situation, which has been up and down almost every single week this year?
Well, the fortunate thing, and I sort of assumed going into the bye week that we would see back-to-back starts for Jack Tuttle because in the years he's been in college football, and that was one of the things that, was remarkable about reading his post on social media, just talking about the things he's been through with concussions and shoulder injuries and the like. And, I knew he'd been banged up. I was calling his games for the Pac-12 network even way back when he was playing quarterback at Utah, backing up Tyler Huntley way back then, and he was viewed as being the future of the Utes program. Then we saw him as a backup to Michael Penix with the Indiana Hoosiers. And so now at this point, where for Michigan, he's been in and out of the lineup throughout this season and hasn't necessarily been able to sustain health in Ann Arbor. At least he is a national champion, like so many other guys in that lineup are. But for this season, Davis Warren now returning to the lineup, and that combination between Davis Warren and Alex Orji, we saw the best combined skills for them as they took the field and were able to play well against Michigan State the other night. Davis Warren protected the football at a high level, delivered it with decisiveness and accuracy. And in the end, we saw a version of Alex Orji that ran with decisiveness and urgency, speed and power. And a lot of us were very hopeful that that combination would lead to very positive things and pay dividends for Michigan even earlier in the season. They weren't protecting the football at a high level and trying to figure out which one guy in a singular sense could maybe move the offense. Now we're seeing that the combined skills of Warren and Orji really seem to be in a position to pay dividends for Michigan at quarterback that we didn't see earlier in the year. And that should enhance the production of an offensive line that for years now has been amongst the best in America.
Good, yeah.
When you've got playmakers at QB, then that should be able to enhance the way that it frees up things for the running back position, because now the defense can't just sort of pin their ears back on what they do in attacking that backfield. So I do love the way that now their offense has more versatility to it than it did previously.
So you're hopeful that their passing numbers can get better, which right now are not good. I mean, they have the 5th worst passing offense in the country right now. The polar opposite is happening at Oregon. I mean, Dillon Gabriel has got to be at the front. Maybe not #1 if you want to argue Ashton Genty, or maybe somebody else, Cam Ward, but he is in the thick of that Heisman discussion.
Yeah, I can't imagine why he wouldn't be. And yes, I mean, he's on the tip of everyone's tongue, in talking about the Heisman conversation. And for Gabriel, it's that combination of precision and power that he throws the football with. And now we see him utilizing his legs in a really big way also. So as a defender, what do you do to really try to make him uncomfortable as a quarterback? Because his brain is like a microprocessor. He reads what the defense is going to do pre-snap. He knows he's got weaponry on the outside that he can try to fit the football into, even if they haven't separated from defenders. He trusts his accuracy, which at times has led to some interceptions, but he trusts himself to put the football exactly where he wants to put it at a moment where his playmaker has the best opportunity to get it. Even when there are some tight windows there on occasion, he's playing the quarterback position at a level even beyond what many of us anticipated would be the case. And then he's got this offensive line that is mammoth and is playing really well, and running backs that will brutalize and batter you also, and a defense that's now shutting opponents down. So this is the totality of what a lot of us thought Dan Lanning and the Oregon Ducks were going to be capable of.
Right. He's got a lot of talent around him, but he's leading that group of talented guys.
No doubt.
76% completion percentage right now for Dillon Gabriel.